Hello, I'm Adam Newman. This is my official YouTube channel. Please subscribe and support them. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Full episodes update Tuesday, the 30th of June 2026. Welcome back to our channel, besties. Today is a beautiful day, but honestly, my brain is completely short-circuiting over the latest Genoa City drama, and we have to dive into this immediately before I actually combust. You guys, I am deceased. Stop what you are doing. I am literally shaking. Wait, we need to talk about this now because the upcoming week of June 29 to July 3 is about to absolutely obliterate whatever is left of my sanity. I am filming this while I'm literally running errands, holding my iced coffee like a lifeline because I just had to jump on here and vent. We are not just watching this show anymore, we are straight up invested, and I am personally offended by basically everything happening right now. It is giving major I cannot even energy, and my soul has actually left my body. Wait, backtrack for a second, I missed a step. Remember how Jack Abbott was being blackmailed by Patty Williams? Yes, that Patty. She literally showed him a staged photo of Diane in a padded cell and demanded he sleep with her, like recreate their yacht magic in exchange for Diane's location, which is honestly so unhinged. And now, Jack Abbott is missing. Poof. Gone. Vanished into thin air. I am legit pacing around my car right now just thinking about it. Jack was supposed to be going on this grand, heroic rescue mission to save Diane from that creepy doctor, Lawrence Markham. But clearly, his plan hit a massive, catastrophic brick wall. Oh, hold on. I should have mentioned this earlier, but Kyle Abbott is currently spiraling, and honestly, same. Kyle is pacing around, looking stressed and gorgeous, but mostly stressed, because he hasn't heard a single peep from his dad. Kyle ends up bumping into his Aunt Tracy at Society. And wait, I'm glitching. Okay, back to the main event. Tracy is basically the only Abbott with a functioning moral compass right now. Kyle asks her if she's heard from Jack, and Tracy is like, no, why? And Kyle just drops this bomb, saying he thinks Jack might be in big trouble. And don't even get me started on the vibes at Society during this scene. Like, Kyle's having a full-blown family crisis, and I'm just staring at the background extras eating their little salads, wondering if they know the Abbott patriarch has been abducted. Literally had to yeet my phone across the room because the tension is too much. Anyway, we all know Patty Williams was lurking and eavesdropping on Jack and Kyle's plans earlier. She's officially on my do not perceive list. I am so done. Bestie, be for real right now. Patty is 100% behind Jack's disappearance. She probably locked him in a basement somewhere with a shrine of his face. If Kyle doesn't step up and end Patty's reign of terror, I am going to genuinely scream. But wait, we have to talk about Diane Jenkins Abbott, because she is currently serving absolute psychological warfare masterclass, and I am totally living for it. Diane is still trapped in that weird, barred room by Dr. Lawrence Markham, and did I mention the books by Dr. Alan Laurent on the shelf? Did I say that yet? Ugh, my brain is mush. Moving on, but seriously, the Martin Laurent theories are screaming at me. So, Diane is having another therapy session with this absolute creep, and what does she do? She starts flirting with him. I am literally hyperventilating right now. Diane looks him dead in the eye, puts on her best helpless but alluring smile, and asks if there's a psychological term for someone forming an attachment to their therapist. Lawrence, who is basically a walking red flag, smirks and says it's common and a positive part of the process. Diane smiles back and says she's looking forward to their next session. You guys, she is playing chess while this man is playing checkers. Is she actually falling for him? No, she is manipulating this man to plot her escape. And I am calling it the villain arc is about to go nuclear, manifesting a total dumpster fire by the next update, because Diane is going to absolutely destroy him once she finds an opening. And now, take a deep breath, because we have to pivot to the Newman family, and I am physically vibrating from the sheer audacity of Victor Newman. Nikki's severe, blinding headaches have finally reached a breaking point, and she has been rushed into emergency surgery. Let me just pause to scream into a pillow. Okay, I'm back. The entire Newman family is camped out at the hospital, pacing the waiting room, and the tension is so thick you could cut it with a scalpel. But wait, backtrack. We have to talk about Victor's absolute treachery before this surgery. Remember how Victor used Nikki's extreme vulnerability and fear of dying to trick her into signing a medical power of attorney? And how that document actually transferred all of her personal Newman Enterprises shares into a trust he controls? And how he started liquidating her assets while she was heavily sedated? He was literally looting her estate before she even took her last breath, which is honestly so unhinged. I genuinely cannot fathom the level of betrayal. So now, Nikki is in actual, life-threatening emergency surgery. Victoria comes out to update Nick and Victor, and when Nick asks how it went, Victoria just looks devastated and says, "It's too early to tell. Send help. My soul has actually left my body." Nikki might actually be facing permanent blindness, and the stakes are astronomical. And while Victoria is delivering this gut-wrenching news, the camera pans to Victor. He is just sitting there, staring intently at Nikki's wedding ring. He looks so broken, so full of regret, probably thinking about the last horrible things he said to her, and the fact that he literally stole her company while she was drugged. I was mid-skincare watching this, and smeared charcoal mask all over the rug because I was so aggressively shaking my head at my screen. Like, Victor, bestie, be for real right now. You cannot play the doting, heartbroken husband when you just robbed her blind. But of course, Victor is trying to play the hero now. He straight up flew in a world-renowned surgeon to save his beloved. It is a high-octane psychological masterpiece of manipulation and guilt. Is he actually terrified of losing the love of his life? Or is he just drowning in his own toxic guilt? Both? My brain is literally buffering from the sheer audacity of this plot. If Nikki wakes up, and she better wake up, or I am suing CBS, she is going to need her family more than ever, especially if she is facing a life of blindness. But the real question is, will she let Victor back into her life? Will she find out that he stole her shares while she was fighting for her life? If she finds out, she needs to take him for everything he has. I am manifesting a total Newman corporate war. Nikki deserves to burn his empire to the ground for what he did to her. Honestly, between Jack being missing, Patty running around like a menace, Diane seducing her captor, and Nikki fighting for her life while Victor cries crocodile tears over a wedding ring, I am completely unwell. This show has become my entire personality, and my grip on reality is slipping. I am going to need at least 3 business days to recover from this week's episodes, but you know I'll be right back here screaming with you all tomorrow.